everyone. I'm John Dahlia, Director of Communications for TMC Technologies, and I'm back again with another Team TMC Impact. It's a special series we do that kind of highlights and focuses on the people that work for TMC Technologies and some of the interesting things that they do besides the work they do for TMC and for our nation. So today, our special guest is our Director of Business Development and Capture Management. His name is Sunil Raphael, and his background is interesting. You know, he kind of he turned, I guess you could say, challenges into opportunities when it comes to his career path. And I wanted to kind of focus on Sunil today. And Sunil, thank you so much for joining us. Really appreciate it. Okay, let's get right into this if you're ready. So, because your career is really interesting and the way you kind of followed it, I think is really unique. So I guess the best way to describe this is your career has taken you across the globe in a sense. You grew up in Tanzania, which is in East Africa, and a beautiful part of the world, by the way. And you came to the U.S. to attend college in Florida. And I guess my question would be, what was that like for you, and how did you kind of get through the cultural differences?
Well, thank you, John. I appreciate the opportunity to talk about my life. I think you chose the right words when you said turning challenges into opportunities. I didn't realize that when I was young, but as I've grown older and matured and have a better way with words, those are the words I would choose as well.
Thanks.
Since I was very young, I traveled. I went to school. I did part of my elementary school in India, and then came back to Tanzania. Did my high school there. After my high school, I looked for opportunities for colleges, and got a scholarship to attend Barry University in Miami, and so that brought me across the ocean to Florida, in Miami, Florida, where I pursued my a bachelor's in finance. I did part of my bachelor's at Barry University, and then I finished it off at the University of Central Florida.
So after college, you spent your career working, I guess, in various technical positions, right? You worked as a systems administrator, information security administrator, all the way down, and then you kind of pivoted into this business development role. How was it? Was it hard to make that transition from a technical, kind of a technical role, technical career to business development, which is, it's kind of everything. It's marketing, communications, and outreach, all those things.
It was
capture.
Yeah, it was challenging, and that's exactly the reason I did it. The challenge that presented was we had our child, and my wife wanted to stay back home and for the first 5 years to raise our child. So the challenge was to fill that income gap. So before I went from the technical to the business development capture side of things, I had some project management and program management roles, during which I did some business development. I did some capture activities. So I had bits and pieces of experience and knowledge of doing that kind of work. Then, after having been in operations for almost 10 years, I decided I wanted to focus entirely on business development and capture. So that's my next challenge.
Well, okay, so now you're part of TMC Technologies, and you're our Director of Business Development and Capture Management. But along with that, you support a project with the FBI. So this is an FBI project to convert old Metastorm forms to the PEGA application, right? And you do those two kind of dual jobs. I guess what I want to get at the end of this is, what kind of growth? What do you see, looking back at your experience? What do you see as far as TMC's growth in this kind of hybrid role that you have with TMC?
Yeah, what I see is that I'm in a place where I can understand and have conversations with clients about their pain points, like what keeps them up at night. I
Right.
have an understanding because I'm in there, I'm interacting with them, and I'm seeing it on a daily basis. Couple that with the fact that TMC is a small business, and
Right.
there's a very strong trend for the FBI to provide a lot of business to small businesses. So when we put those two things together, that and the trend of the ever-changing landscape of technology, bad guys are always ahead, and we're
Right.
trying to keep up with them. The new trend of zero trust architectures, the cloud environment. There's a lot of moving parts to the technology that we have today. All of those three things combined puts us in a position
Right.
for a lot of growth, and that's where I intend to push TMC to.
And we have that agility too as a small company. I think that's really, really great that you're doing that. Well, Sunil, thank you so much for your time. I think your story is really interesting, and I think a lot of people are going to enjoy hearing about it. Again, this has been great. I'm John Dahlia for Sunil Raphael. This has been a Team TMC Impact. We'll be back with more in the future, so stay tuned, folks. Thanks again, and we will see you soon.
Thank you, John. It's been a pleasure. Appreciate it.